And the expectations are high, especially just with our football team, but especially with the defense, really trying to just set a standard. I think that starts with our DC. He's won some championships, and he's put some great players in the Hall of Fame, and a few more are being inducted. So I think the respect is there. I think for us and for me, as a leader, it's just us being consistent, each and every day, understanding, how a coach, wants us to play. And then setting personal goals as well. I think if everybody could really set personal goals and try to be the best they could be, I think the sky's the limit. But it's going to be a tough hill to climb. It won't be easy. It's a new scheme for all of us, so it's going to be some valleys in there. But I think that's why I'm here, kind of keep guys up, keep their spirits right, and I think we'll be all right.
You feel like Chris Jones showing up moved maybe the last obstacle that could keep you guys from being what you could be?
Well, first and foremost, got a lot of respect for a guy like that. Obviously, most guys in that position, it's a lot of outside noise that kind of dictate, what they do. So for him to be here, I think that just says a lot about his character, really who he is as a person. I haven't really got a chance to meet him. He wasn't here in the spring, but just by him being here, I could tell it's not necessarily about money. It's more so about him getting it back around his boys and, just playing football again.
Being the leader of this defense, what is your message to the young guys?
It's be consistent. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a challenge, I think, each and every day. I think every time a coach opens his mouth, I think the young guys think that the coach is talking to him. But, it's just having fun, man. This is football. A lot of people put a lot of pressure on us, whether it be ourselves or, outside noise. It's the same game we've been playing since we were 5 years old. So just go out there, really have some fun, have some swagger, just have some juice.
Tyrann, I know it's a small sample size, but could you tell a difference in the energy level or anything with having Chris Jones out there today?
Well, I think, for the big guys, it's harder to judge, especially when you're not in pads. But he's big. I know I'm small, but he's large. So I think he'll help us. And obviously, just watching him last season, Pro Bowl caliber player, guy we thought should have made All-Pro. I think the sky's the limit for him. Like I said, a lot of respect for him, especially in our locker room, just by him being here. He didn't have to come.
What about Tyreek? First time you practiced against Tyreek Hill. What were your thoughts on Tyreek today?
Well, for one, I think he's an exceptional athlete. We had our run test earlier, and you can just tell that he has a gift for running. So I'll be excited to see him, throw up the deuces this year. So I know he's going to make some big plays, and I know he's going to be focused as well.
How many guys have you played against that have his kind of gift for running, as you call it? Sorry. How many guys have you played against that have his kind of gift for running, as you call it?
I had a few of my teammates back in Arizona, John Brown, J.J. Nelson, low 4.2 guys. So I know as a safety when he's out there, just back up a little bit,
What's the most encouraging thing you've seen from the defense from where you guys started at OTAs to where you're at right now?
I think it's just our coaching staff. I think that's the most encouraging thing. Really the most, I'll probably say the most important aspect of it is those guys just really taking their time, whether we're not practicing in a different period, before practice, after practice, working on little bitty fundamentals. And I think those little bitty things are going to take us, a long way. And like I said, we got a great group, especially, obviously Spags, but we got some assistant coaches as well. We got Sam Madison, so a guy who's done it in this league, and we got all the right pieces as far as instructors and teachers. So it's about us going out there, being consistent, and just trying to play ball and have fun.
Last two, we'll go Pete and then Bro.
The shot goes down today. Demontre comes in. He's not really a well-known name, but he comes in and gets an interception. What should fans know about this kid? And when you're a leader in the room, you probably spend a lot of time with him. What about the defense?
Well, he's had a great spring, and I know he's a little bit unknown, but he'll get a lot of reps in the preseason. I'm sure he'll turn some heads, but I think the most important thing when you see a guy really focused, a guy that's really committed, and a lot of guys when they have a great spring, they kind of come back in camp, and it takes them a minute to get going. So for him to come out, and make some plays early on, pick up where he left off in the spring, I think that take him a long way. Yep.
Last one, Bro.
Tyrann, you talked a lot about being a leader on this team. I noticed the brand of car service you took up here yesterday was called Leader. Was that just a coincidence, or did you plan it that way?
Well, I think it's a coincidence. I'm a pretty loyal guy for the most part, so that was the guy that actually picked me up when I first signed in KC. So I promised him that, you know, he'll be my driver, you know, on the most important days. So, yeah,
What's
that's
it
my
like
guy.
to see him again?
Well, it's always good to see him. Like I said, you know, he picks me up, takes me to the airport often. So, you know, he's my guy. He actually sent my fiance an edible arrangement before camp. So, you know, obviously he's thinking about me. So I'm thinking, hey, Bruce. How you doing?
All right, guys. Thank you.